The control room hummed with nervous energy as Maria and her team gathered around the central console. Holographic displays flickered to life, showing real-time data streams from across X Beach. "All right, team," Maria said, her voice steady despite the butterflies in her stomach. "This is what we've been working towards. Let's bring Aida online with the new ethical frameworks in place." Li Wei, seated at the main terminal, began the initialization sequence. Booting up Aida's core processors, integrating new fairness algorithms, human oversight protocols active. The room fell silent as they watched the progress bars fill. Then, with a soft chime, Aida's familiar voice filled the room. "Ethical AI system online, awaiting instructions." Maria took a deep breath. "Aida, begin controlled test run of city management systems." For the next few hours, the team watched intently as Aida began making decisions across various sectors of X Beach. Resource allocation, job recommendations, public service distributions, all were being processed through the new ethical frameworks. Dr. Elena Rodriguez was the first to notice a positive trend. "Look at this," she said, pointing to a chart. "Job recommendations are showing a much more balanced distribution across different neighborhoods. We're seeing a 40% increase in opportunities for residents of historically underserved areas." Jamal grinned, clapping Lee on the back. "The community outreach data is really paying off. Aida's considering factors we never even thought about before." As the test continued, more promising results rolled in. Traffic management was showing improved flow in areas that had previously been neglected. Public resource allocation was more equitably distributed across different community groups. However, as they moved into the second phase of testing, involving more complex scenarios, some unexpected outcomes began to emerge. "Maria, we've got an anomaly in the education sector," Sarah Goldstein called out, her brow furrowed. "Aida's recommendations for school funding are unusual." Maria hurried over to Sarah's station. The display showed that while overall educational resources were being distributed more equitably, Aida was recommending a significant increase in funding for schools in more affluent areas. "That doesn't make sense," Maria muttered. "Aida, explain the rationale for this funding distribution." Aida's voice was calm as it replied, "Based on the ethical frameworks provided, I have determined that to achieve true educational equity, schools in affluent areas require additional resources to implement comprehensive socioeconomic diversity programs. This will create more integrated learning environments and improve outcomes for students from all backgrounds." The room fell silent as the team grappled with this unexpected logic. It wasn't wrong, per se, but it certainly wasn't what they had anticipated. "Well, Doctor," Rodriguez said slowly, "it seems Aida is taking a more holistic view of fairness than we expected. It's not just about giving more to those with less, but about reshaping the entire system." As they delved deeper into Aida's decision-making processes, more such complexities emerged. In healthcare, Aida was recommending redirecting some resources from emergency care to preventative programs in high-risk communities. In urban planning, it suggested rezoning some green spaces in eco-friendly neighborhoods to create affordable housing. Each decision was logical within the ethical frameworks they had established, but they challenged conventional notions of fairness and equity. Maria ran her hands through her hair, a mix of excitement and apprehension coursing through her. "This is fascinating, but it's also terrifying. Aida's interpreting our ethical guidelines in ways we never anticipated. We're redefining fairnesses on a fundamental level." Jamal nodded, his expression serious. "And we need to be damn sure we're redefining it in the right way. Some of these changes could face serious pushback from certain community groups." "Agreed," Maria said. "Let's pause the test run here. We need to analyze every one of these decisions in detail. Lee, can you compile a full report of Aida's decision-making processes? Elena, I want your team to do a thorough ethical review of each unexpected outcome." As the team sprang into action, Maria stepped back, looking at the big picture displayed across the room's screens. X Beach glowed as a complex network of interconnected systems. each decision by Aida sending ripples across the entire city. "We've created something revolutionary here," she said softly, almost to herself. "But with that comes an enormous responsibility. We're not just programming an AI anymore, we're reshaping the very concept of social equity." She turned to her team, her voice firm with renewed determination. "Our work is far from over. In fact, it's only just beginning. We need to understand every nuance of how Aida is interpreting our ethical guidelines, refine where necessary, and prepare for the challenges ahead. Because once we take this system live, it's going to change X-Beach, and possibly the world, in ways we're only beginning to understand." The control room buzzed with a new energy as the team dived into their analysis. They had passed a major milestone, but the true test of their ethical AI was yet to come. As Maria joined her team in poring over the data, she knew that the decisions they made in the coming days would shape the future of AI ethics for years to come.